Mikenzie, and this is my Metalworks Backyard. Last time we talked about robots and how they were used in deep sea exploration. Today we're going to take a bit of a different direction. I've been presented with 5 questions to give answers to. Let's get started. The first question for today is, what are 2 different types of engineers that will be working on developing solutions to help with the coronavirus pandemic? Well, the first kind of engineer that comes to mind is an industrial engineer. Seeing as industrial engineers figure out how to manufacture products, deliver service with maximum efficiency, and getting goods from company to customer, it only makes sense they would develop new ways to mass produce things like gloves, masks, and hand sanitizer. The second kind of engineer that comes to mind are chemical engineers. Though chemical engineers work with things other than chemicals, right now I believe that chemical engineers are developing things like stronger cleaners and trying to develop a drug or a vaccine to help prevent or cure the virus. The second question is, do you think a non-medical grade mask will help protect people from the virus? In my opinion, it all comes down to what the mask is made of, if it has some sort of filtration, and how often the mask is cleaned. Starting from what the mask is made of, the standard sheet of fabric or material is around 6/1000 of an inch thick. Even when layered, this is very thin and porous. Your cough could pass through with ease. This brings me to my next point, filtration. A filter will increase the usefulness of the mask. A standard filter has 5 layers, 2 sheets of anti-stick cloth, 1 filter cloth, a sheet of activated carbon, and a high-efficiency filter cloth. With the use of a filter, the mask becomes something more than just a face covering. Lastly, how often the mask is cleaned or replaced. Studies show that almost 1,800 different germs flow through the air at one time. The filter is bound to get full of dust, dirt, and germs, and if not properly cleaned, you will breathe in all of the things that the filter was meant to keep out. So to answer the question, yes, I do believe that non-medical grade, homemade masks can help protect people from the virus, as long as they are made from proper material, have a filter, and are cleaned regularly. Question number 3. If I had to make a mask, what materials could you use to help it be more effective, but still allow the wearer to breathe easily? Well, if I had to make a mask, the first thing I would think of would be what materials are thick enough to keep out small particles, and what could I use as a filter? Some materials that fit the description are old blankets or even old t-shirts. Moving on from the outside material, the filter. Because getting professional 5-layer filters is pretty hard nowadays, it would be most practical to use something common that people might have around their houses, such as coffee filters. Because of the coffee filter's ability to keep coffee grounds out of your morning brew, I believe it is also capable of keeping germs from entering through your mask. They are lightweight, cheap, and easy to find in any store. To sum up my answer, if I had to make a mask that was effective, easy to breathe through, and practical, I would make it out of an old t-shirt or sheet and substitute a professional filter with a coffee filter. Question number 4. Does your mask idea present a risk for the wearer? Well, first off, to see if my mask idea presents a risk, I should probably think about risks any mask could present in the first place. The first thing I can think of is skin irritation. Materials like wool, polyester, nylon, and even different kinds of cotton can cause skin irritation. And seeing as a mask is worn on your face, and sometimes for long periods of time, it would be bad if you were to take it off and you had an allergic reaction to a different kind of material. Another risk is dust and dirt. If the mask isn't cleaned properly, you could end up breathing in a lot of dust and dirt. This can ultimately cause lung conditions such as asthma, bronchitis, or even pneumonia if you breathe it in for long periods of time. To put it in short, I believe all things come with a risk. But if the right precautionary measures are taken, my homemade mask idea should present little to no risk to the wearer. Last question for today is, how do you think perception is affecting the way we feel in the world right now? Well, to answer this question, we should first know the definition of the word perception. Perception means a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something, a mental impression, or the way something is perceived. Right now, because of the media and being stuck at home, we are all seemingly a captive audience to the illusion of fear. The way we perceive the data, facts, and statistics given to us by the media will determine how we live our lives. If you come to the conclusion that we're all going to die, you will live with the perception of fear. But if we live with the perception of hope and come to the conclusion that this will all pass, we will all live on the brighter side. So perception does affect how we feel right now, but it's our choice which feeling we are to perceive. And that concludes another edition of Mikenzie's Metalworks Backyard. I hope my answers to these 5 questions have given you some insight on engineering concepts during the pandemic. Well, that's all for now. Mikenzie out.